We are here in the next main stage activity, but just to share with everybody who is coming from the lobby, we also have a parallel session using AI to automate a royalties payment process. This will be happening in the parallel session, so you can choose that one. And here on the main stage, I'm very proud to bring the case of bringing Lean to 6,000 small and medium enterprises, a case that happened here in Brazil. And we are very proud about this case. So I will leave you guys with Paloma, and let's see and hear a little more about how this is going. Thank you.
Thank you, Thompson. So hello for all pilots of the world that is here with us. It's a pleasure to stay here to talking about this program. And I'm going to let you introduce our speakers here. Here we are with Carlos Buturi. Carlos is production engineer and graduated degree in productivity and quality. Worked with process improvement since 2013. He started at Schaeffler Group as apprentice from Senai and actually part of the Lean Institute Brazil, providing support to micro and small business in Quick Gains program. Carlos, thank you very much to stay with us here in this webinar.
Thank you, Paloma. It's a pleasure being with all of you here this night.
Thank you. And we are here too with Diego Ortega Nunes. Diego holds degree in production engineering. He started his professional journey at Hungqvarna within the production industry. And since 2006, he has served as production manager, development innovation at TechPac and Paper Green. Today is Senior Foreign Trade at Croda and member of Lean Institute Brazil, assisted to the micro and small business with us. Thank you, Diego, very much.
Thank you, Paloma. My pleasure to stay here with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Diego and Carlos, it's very good to have you both here to share with us your huge experience in this program and support the business owners to improve the business. We have Marcelo Sarro that is not in person here with us, but he sent a video that we will present to you soon. Marcelo is engineer degree, project consultant of Sebrae São Paulo, responsible for develop this program, Quick Gains, to micro and small business with Lean Institute Brazil. He has experience in product development and he has 10 years in Sebrae. So thank you, Marcelo, for all the support and to stay with us in this program. I'm Paloma. I'm head of Lean Institute Brazil, and I'm responsible for healthcare projects and the Quick Gains from Sebrae. I will share my screen with you. Here. Carlos, Diego, are you seeing my screen right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So, first of all, I would like to talk about Sebrae. And Sebrae is a company, and we know that economy is made of small businesses in this country. And the question is, how can we help this business, this small, micro and small business with Lean? So Sebrae are the Brazilian Micro and Small Business Support Service. Is a non-profit private entity with the mission is promoting the sustainable and competitive development of small business. Through these experiences, Sebrae become expert in small business development in Brazil. And the main goal is to foster entrepreneurship, providing guidance to help small business to grow, and develop the Brazilian economy. So the program that we show here to us is a program to develop people, to develop a country. Sebrae have a network of almost 700 on-site service centers through the country, more than 5,000 small business experts, and a large pool of external consultants working, transfer knowledge and know-how to those entrepreneurs or in the people that intend to start a company. So Sebrae is partner of this entrepreneur for every moment of the business cycle. So since the starting the business, so support the people who had a dream of standing their own business and fit this and provide expertise to understand the market, the clients, and become able to develop a good business plan until the business consolidated and the expanding too. So the Quick Gains program is with the entrepreneur that have a business or would like to expand in the business. So when people have a business, Sebrae support, they advise and encourage to continuously develop the business, provide knowledge, tools, innovation for the business, administrative and financial management. And when the entrepreneur would like to expand, Sebrae helps to improve the business process, to search for new markets, invest in innovation. So Sebrae is a partner of the entrepreneur. Sebrae serves almost 1.5 million companies each year through Brazil. 80.5 million small business representing 99% of the total Brazilian business. So Sebrae have a very important mission here in Brazil. And now we are taking a look at a video that shows us a little bit of Sebrae objectives.
Sometimes we ask ourselves, where does the force that can move a country come from? Deep down, we already know. It comes from those who roll up their sleeves and make it happen. Easy? No one said it would be, but no one knows better than the entrepreneur that it takes some sacrifice to move forward and make things happen. But what if it gets better down the line? That's what we believe. In work, in the sum of our efforts, and above all, in a country with more freedom for those who want to undertake and produce more. Come and grow together, because you can be sure of one thing. If a stronger Brazil depends on all of us, we're ready. You can count on the strength of Sebrae to do more, innovate more, support, and work together to build a new country. Sebrae, the strength of the Brazilian entrepreneur.
So I'm going to take about the program, the Quick Win program. So we have 3 years of the program here in Brazil. We have already attended around 4,300 entrepreneurs, and we have an objective to attend 6,000 entrepreneurs. We have service, we have industry, we have store, we have all of micro and small business that made this happen. And our top 10 entrepreneur was restaurant, food, clothes, maintenance, bakery, car, real estate, construction, hairdresser, and car parts, and a lot of others that is not here in the top 10. So we have a diversity of entrepreneurs that are here with us in this program. Now we are taking a look at a video of Marcelo Sarro to explain how we make this program together with this entrepreneur.
Olá, eu sou Marcelo Sarro, consultor de projetos do Sebrae São Paulo e venho apresentar a metodologia Quick Wins que desenvolvi em parceria com o Lean Institute Brasil. A metodologia Quick Wins baseia-se nos conceitos do Lean Manufacturing e da teoria das restrições. Desta forma, nasceu o produto que chamamos Ganhos Rápidos, onde, por meio de uma parceria entre Sebrae São Paulo e Lean Institute Brasil, aplicamos o produto nas pequenas empresas paulistas nos mais diferentes ramos de atividade. A metodologia consiste em definir um processo da empresa, podendo ser qualquer processo, desde que ele seja identificado como um gargalo da empresa. Pode ser um processo administrativo qualquer, um processo de serviços, um processo produtivo, desde que este processo afete diretamente a produtividade, faturamento ou atendimento ao cliente da empresa, pois são considerados processos críticos. Após a definição do trecho a ser trabalhado, delimitamos com clareza o início e fim, estabelecemos as premissas e definimos os participantes. Em seguida, definimos os principais indicadores que serão utilizados para medir a evolução dos trabalhos. Normalmente, utilizamos indicadores como produtividade, tempo de atendimento ou qualquer indicador que melhor reflita o trecho que será trabalhado. Após isso, os participantes descrevem de maneira detalhada as etapas do processo, exatamente da maneira como ele ocorre, com todas as suas ineficiências. Quanto mais detalhado for o descritivo do processo que está sendo trabalhado, melhores serão os resultados finais. Após a descrição dos processos, os participantes identificam pontos potenciais de melhorias, utilizando para isso a ferramenta Diagrama de Ishikawa. Com o auxílio do diagrama, cada participante identifica problemas relacionados a método, material, mão de obra, manutenção, medida e meio ambiente. Após a identificação dos problemas, utiliza-se outra ferramenta chamada 5 porquês, para identificar a causa raiz de cada problema encontrado. Com a identificação da causa raiz, parte-se para a proposta de soluções para cada um dos principais problemas encontrados. As propostas de soluções precisam ser executáveis e com o menor investimento possível. Deve-se evitar propostas de soluções que necessitem de altos investimentos, pois este não é o objetivo da metodologia. Definidas e validadas pelos participantes, as soluções para cada um dos principais problemas, faz-se uma estimativa da evolução dos indicadores escolhidos, considerando que as propostas de soluções serão implementadas em um determinado tempo, a ser definido pelos participantes. A empresa terá um prazo para a implementação das mudanças, onde poderemos aferir a evolução real de cada indicador escolhido. Com a parceria estabelecida entre Sebrae São Paulo e Lean Institute Brasil, desde o ano de 2021, já pudemos atender milhares de pequenas empresas paulistas, nos mais diferentes ramos de atividade, promovendo sobrevivência, evolução e fortalecimento destas pequenas empresas. Parabéns ao Sebrae São Paulo e Lean Institute Brasil por mais este brilhante trabalho. Obrigado.
So thank you, Marcelo. Here we have a timeline, a project timeline, have between 2 and 4 weeks of duration. So we have the preparation, the instruction, we have the diagnosis, the analysis, the improvement, and the results. We make all these things with the entrepreneur. The program is 100% online because this product was development in the COVID pandemic. So we have this all online. And when we take a look, this almost 4,000 entrepreneurs that we are already working on, and we look that 40% we take over processing problems, 42% the facts, 30% motion, 14% transportation, but our big waste that we work with the entrepreneur is waiting to deliver value to the customer. Our next promoted score, so when the entrepreneur finished the program with us, they respond to a questionnaire, and our net promoted score in this questionnaire is 97.37% of satisfaction with the results and with the program. So we are very happy with this information. But we would like to share you some real cases. So I call you Carlos. We selected 2 cases to call to you here for 4,000. So Carlos will share a real case that he developed with entrepreneur. Carlos.
Thanks, Paloma. So, hello again, everybody. My name is Carlos Buturi, as Paloma has already introduced. This first case is about a company which works with cleaning supplies. Okay, they are from a city in São Paulo state called Avaré. And we have 2 brothers as the owners in this case. So they are Luis and Rafaela Zevola. That's the name of the company. So the first problem we could face in this case was about Luis, that he is the owner of the company, but he has another company. He has another job in this case. And he's the person with the biggest knowledge about the process in general. So the operational part, he knows everything about. And Rafaela, that's the person who normally stays there, has a good knowledge too, but more about the financial part. So the first great situation we had in this case was that Rafaela could understand better the operational part too, and improve a little bit her knowledge in this case. So it was a very good way of exchanging experiences in the beginning, the first meeting, and we could understand a little bit more about the problems the company had in that time. So this is something very common in most of the small business. We have the appointments with the program. So sometimes they have 2 jobs, they have a job in the company. So it's something that takes their time. In this case, sometimes they can't focus that much on their business too. So it's a good way to help them understand the importance they must have for the company and how to work with the priorities too. So the tools they help in this context as well. So you can go to the next one, Paloma, please. About the opportunities, we talked about many situations in the store, but the owner was very upset, especially in this case, with the stock. As we can see the picture here, we have some empty spaces in the shelves. We have many boxes around, no identification. And this was just the first problem we could face right in the first beginning, just looking around. And then talking a little bit and analyzing the process together, we could see that the high time spent on counting the items in the stock was a huge problem for them. So in this case, we checked the situation we had there. They had an inefficient stock control, so they didn't know the minimum and the maximum they could have of each item. They had the information on the system, but they didn't use properly. So that was the first scenario. The second part, no standard when buying from suppliers. So they would buy whenever was necessary, and they didn't know what was the amount of products to buy in this case. So another important case we could identify in this point. No control over the number of items sold per month. So they had the control, but it wasn't used. So there was no management on this part. And the last one, they stock without identification and disorganized. So the picture here shows us all the details we can see. So when they receive the items, they would put in any shelf, like this one is available, I put here, the other one is available, I put there. And they were just filling in the spaces, and that was all right. So about using the methodology as it was introduced before, we could analyze some points together. And then we got one important fact, that was the person who used to count the items in the stock. He would start the counting. So it was half of his shift in this case. He would have a break to replace a person that was the cashier in the store, and then go back to the counting again. So in this meanwhile, we would have some problems of people getting some items in the stock, and then the counting would be with some mistakes for sure. So the owner got really surprised when he saw the situation, because he was following the person, and then he brought this point in the meeting too. Another situation we had was about the standard. So as I mentioned in the previous picture too, we didn't have a standard when they were receiving the new items to put in the stock. So we would have different places. Sometimes we would have boxes over boxes there, and the item would be there, but nobody would find. So it was a little bit messy, the place. Then we used all the tools Paloma has already talked about. We have the picture here about the fishbone diagram 2, or Ishikawa 1. And the difficulty, as we put here, was to manage the stock in this case. The next one, please, Paloma. And then as the result of this activity, we had the more efficient purchase. So in this case, the purchasing orders, they were more efficient because they knew exactly what they need to buy and the correct amount of items to buy per month. So they would analyze all the information on the system, also the information in the physical place, the area they have of the stock, and have a better purchasing order in this case. The second one was the better stock management. So it was easier to find, easy to control, easy to count. So with the pictures, we can see here the before and after. The space is well organized now. They invested also in the identification. And the second step for them was to create the codes to read, like the barcodes to read, and to have the object. I forgot the name of the object now, but there is a name. So this one was just to create a fast process too and reduce more the time. But just with this organization and identification of the place, and also these ideas we discussed about management, they could reduce 50% of the total time. So it was necessary just half of the shift to have the counting of the stock. And the person could replace the cashier right after finishing because the counting was over already. So this avoided many mistakes and problems with the stock in general. So the store was already organized, like the picture we had in the beginning. You can see that's a very beautiful one. All the items are nice, but behind this beautiful part, we had all this mess here that was our focus and our target during the process. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the most difficult part for the entrepreneurs in general here in Brazil is to have time to analyze, to have time to stop the activity they are doing there and focus on the things they have to focus, to go to the place, look, analyze, and find the solutions they already have. So these tools and the methodology we use with the Quick Wins program helps them a lot. And this is the normal feedback we have in the end. Like, it's very simple and we can see many details we couldn't see before, for example. And basically this is about my case. And if you have any question, feel free to send in the Q&A section.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you very much. And this project you did in 2 weeks, yeah?
Exactly. We could finish in 2 weeks as the schedule we have. Sometimes we have more time depending on the time of the entrepreneurs too, but in this case, the person could follow straight and he was really happy in the end with the results they could achieve.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Carlos.
You're welcome.
Congratulations. And now Diego will show us another case, another real case in a small company. Diego, please.
Yes. So, good night, everyone. Just as Paloma introduced me, my name is Diego. It's a great pleasure to be part of this big event. Well, I'm going talk about the program that was at the company Vera Antonio Altieri, ME, called Cangueira, founded in January 1952, being part of the Turks complex for over 7 years, located in São Roque, in metropolitan region of Sorocaba, São Paulo. The main activities are wine tasting, and sales and guide tours. I had the pleasure of working on this program with the manager Angelica. Please, Paloma. Thank you. The main problem highlighted by the company was the customers were dissatisfied with the delay in the testing queue, where it's necessary to wait around 10 minutes, and in another times up to 20 minutes. Despite the great wines, the customer experience is poor, being affected with this fail. from this point, we using the methodology and its tools, we map the process, stratify the steps, and use the Ishikawa diagram. We identify the possible causes for the problem, where we use the 5 whys, arriving the root case. There is no space to serve more the customers at the same time, need for better guidance when receiving customers, and finally, when they receive more people, they had to wait a long in line. Please, Paloma. So to change this situation, we then create an action plan to eliminate the problems along with the opportunities we solve. We then modified the process from welcome people to departure, also including layouts changing, employee training, and password implementation. At the reception, the customers receive a password and waits the store with complete freedom to view the products, make the customers feel comfortable waiting their turn. And when it's time to these customers to be in testing, they are notified by a panel, and when they finish, they return to store. With the change, we had reduction waiting time, greater customers employer satisfaction, and increasing sales, impacting increasing revenue. It was a very rewarding job with the very satisfied response, and completely eliminating the feeling of waiting for customer. This was the work carried out at this winning rate.
Thank you, Diego. Thank you very much to share with us this case and this opportunity. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for all the team that stayed with us this year and make this happen, because this is 2 cases of 4,000 cases that we have already attended, and 4,000 entrepreneurs that we have already attended here. So thank you very much for this team that was here with us. We know that it's not easy to be an entrepreneur here in Brazil. There is a lot of difficulties to make here this. So I'm very proud of this program. We have 2 minutes, and I would like to make one question here, a quick question here. We have experience in implementing Lean in a large company. What is the biggest challenge, Diego, Carlos, doing this in the small one? Carlos, let's show you. Your experience first.
I'm a little bit dark now here, but I believe I will be okay. So about the small companies, one of the points I mentioned in the beginning was about the schedule, because they have a very tight schedule most of the time, so no availability in this case to have the appointments. And another second part about having this online experience, sometimes they don't have the knowledge to use the tools, and also Zoom, Google Meet, the virtual part. So my perspective is more about these 2 cases that I normally face in the appointments.
Thank you, Carlos. Diego would like to complement it.
Yes, I believe that getting time with the business owners is really difficult.
Thank you. I hope this presentation can inspire our world to implement being to small and micro and small businesses in your country, like we are making here in Brazil. Thank you.
Excellent.
you, guys.
Excellent, Paloma. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Diego. Great case. And anybody who wants to get in touch can find Paloma there in the lobby. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.